Hi guys, that's Dorota Palicka, international nail artist and educator here, and today we are going to do the rebalance with some cute butterflies and the baby boomer, because obviously it's supposed to be a nice weather. It doesn't happen in here, but what I have done some of the nails already. That's obviously rebalance, and we had this set before, so I'll show you what I'm doing when we do the rebalance on those two nails. And I left those two nails because that's the ones where we're going to encapsulate the butterflies. So I put my e-file into the speed 15, and then I'm going to remove a decent amount of the product because we need to go for a glitter encapsulation. Those sets have been on for a month. You can see the growth, like, it's really large. That's basically all natural nails underneath now. So I'm removing as much of the product as possible just so I can easily encapsulate the glitter. Okay, so first of all, we want to thin out the free edge. So you want to file it nice and thin. So it's very easy to shorten those nails because they come down like the full length of the growth, which is really large. Blend everything around the natural nail. You don't want any product in there. And then still remove some amount of the gel which you've got, especially on this side, because that's where we're gonna put the butterflies. Okay, do the same on this nail. So file away the design. Look how I'm holding the client nail, like I'm supporting it from underneath, just so she doesn't feel it, like any fractions of the file or anything like that. And then blend it again. Remove more from this side because we want to encapsulate the butterflies in there. If you do most of this work with the e-file, you are not going to have as much of the hand filing, so I do really suggest you do as much as possible. Then my next step is to swap into the cuticle bit and push back those cuticles. Catherine always got quite a large cuticles to be removed, so when I'm just pushing them back, like pushing back, remove anything which is on the nail plate. So one side first, like look how much white stuff is coming away. And you cannot ever have any cuticle on the nail plate because this will cause the lifting. Then put back into the reverse. Obviously my e-file speed is much slower than for the removing the product. So I'm working on 12 now, and I'm using the K38 e-file. Okay, file everything nicely there. And then using the file, we are going to reshape those nails. So first of all, we need to really shorten them. But before I start shortening, I'm always we want the nails to be nice and straight. So I'm always filing the sides a little bit. Then hold the nail properly so we can shorten it. Because I need to shorten it like a really decent amount. And then reshape it. So one side, other side, one side, other side. Keep filing both sides at the same time, just so you don't overfile it. Okay, then blend the natural nail. So blend where the gel is joining with the natural nail. Make sure the end is really nice and thin, and then with the corners of the file, I'm scratching the surface of the natural nail. Like, you don't want any shiny places in there. And then this nail is ready for a rebalance. Okay, do the same. Oh gosh, look at this length difference. They have grown so much. So shorten it. I'm I'm holding the nail from the top and from the bottom just so there is no vibration, and I can work faster. Basically, we've got like almost like a rounded shape now, oval. So get it into a pointy or almondy shape. One side, other side, like so you don't overfill one side. I'm doing always a little bit at the time. Again, scratch the natural nail, like make sure there is no shiny places. Use the edge of the corner of the file. See, I'm curious what this white place is here, so I'm checking with the cuticle pusher if I can remove it. You have to make sure there is nothing on the nail plate. Thin out those free edge because we need to squeeze those butterflies in there. And then this side's ready. I need to re-scratch the natural nail in here because this nail isn't filled, just because I want to kind of have saved time and do it both things at the time. So I'm removing any oils which might be on the nail plate, like dehydrating it really well, and then using an extra nail dehydrator, I'm dehydrating it again. So apply it in and then wait for it to dry, apply it in, apply it in. And the next step is, once this product is dry, we are going to use the Universal Air Bond. So apply Universal Air Bond. And Catherine nails are kind of problematic-ish nails. And I know I always need to do the prep on her twice. Like I need to apply the Universal Air Bond twice so they last us nice and long time without of any trouble. We have to wait for the Universal Air Bond to dry a little bit. And for a change, for a baby boomer, I always like to use the milky pink because it's like this kind of milky color, so it's much nicer. And what we are gonna do is take the pinky, pick up a small scoop of the product, like really tiny scoop of the product, remove it from the brush so you've got control of it, the product, and you can go very close to the cuticle, like almost touching it. And then we are going to pick up another small scoop of the product to infill the growth. No pressure at all because I want the bulk of the product to stay there. And then once I'm reaching the free edge, I'm pressing a little bit harder and smoothing the product. Okay. And then once I'm happy, I can give it a cure. So just keep this hand inside and this one will be going on top. On this one, we need to encapsulate the butterflies. So I'm picking up a very small scoop of the product. Nice and thin layer, nice and thin layer. And same on this one, nice and thin layer. Put a touch more where your apex area is, but just the tiniest ever, like amount of the product. Same on this nail. We can hide this gel now, and then we are going to grab some cute butterflies. So we've got the boxes of the butterflies on our website. Like, they are so fantastic. Actually, I love this color. Yeah, aren't they? Yeah, I love this color as well, but we are going to go for a turquoise. Actually, they are pretty too. So with the turquoise box, I'm just opening it up, and we are going to, I like to put it couple in the lid, so it's much couple Dorota, not like a full tone. So it's much easier to pick them up for me. It's a different story if I want to go random, but here I want to go kind of design. So I'm just getting them there. And then using the wax picker, I'm just going to pick up what I need with the wax picker and then stick it into the nails. So I want 5 butterflies on each nail. We've got 1, then I've got 2, 3, 4, and then 5. got the 6th one in the apex area. Oh no. Okay, get rid of this one. Then apply 1. So they look like they are flying. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Usually when I place them in, then with the dotting tool, I like to move them about to the place I really want. So I want this one to go a bit more on the side, and then this one straighten it. And because I have applied such a small amount of the product, I can play a long time with it. If I wouldn't, all the gel would really run on me. Okay, and then I'm happy with this ones as well. We are going to freeze. Oh, look how they reflect the light. Oh my goodness, guys, they are so pretty. Oh, wow. Okay, now I'm going to freeze this product for like a couple seconds. So just freeze it. Close the butterfly so I don't drop the box with it. And then we are also going to use some silver flakes. Okay, so that's the silver flakes which we are going to use. And we will use some clear gel. Now for encapsulation, guys, I love to use an Nail Perfect, the sculpting gel crystal one, because it's like water, and I will show you that. Okay, I take the top hand. Obviously when I'm working on the both hands at the same time, the things are really easy. I'm picking up a small scoop, and quicker because you just swap the hands. Small scoop of this clear gel. Just like a very small scoop, and apply it nice and thin, like a nail polish. You don't have to spread it, nothing, because this gel is going to self-level like crazy. And then pick up some tiny bits of those flakes. So usually I will show you on the lid maybe. I usually do it on my nail desk, but the camera is not going to show it. So you pick up a small piece, like tear it apart, and then I'm just slapping it on in some places. Obviously we don't want to cover the butterflies, but we want to have some kind of extra something going on in there, so the butterflies don't feel lonely, you know. We don't want the butterflies to be lonely. No. So just couple you could do it also with maybe some glitter if you don't have a leaf. The silver foil, I thought actually with the silver foil it will look quite nice. And then I wanted a tiny bit in the corner of the natural nail, so I have just picked up another scoop and just applying it in the corner of the natural nail and in the corner of the natural nail. Okay, now change. So this clear gel cures in 30 seconds, so I'm just going to freeze it so I can apply and encapsulate the glitter. On this one I'm removing the inhibition layer, and this nail is ready for filing, okay, for shaping. I take the other hand, so picking up, you can see it like how many different particles of the glitter I've got is almost at the end the spot. So I pick up a small scoop of this product, and now this product is like a water. So again, I apply it like a nail polish. Apply it like a nail polish. And then pick up a large scoop of this product, so like a scoop of the product, and apply it only in the middle, because by the time I finish the other one, this one is going to just get into the places I wanted. The gravity is going to work for me. That's why I love it, because you don't have to look, guys, like I'm not, it's 2 seconds literally, and this product is on and it's nicely self-leveling. Look at the apex area, cook it in 30 seconds and it's cured. So it isn't a gel which I would recommend it for anyone who is too slow, because with this one you need to work like a super fast because it's very thin consistency. Okay, so we need to reshape this nail nice and straight, nice and straight. File the free edge, blend everything around the cuticle area, so like blend everything in there. Smooth out from the top. Then using the buffer, we are going just to smooth it even more. So just buff it all nice. Ombre. And then clean the dust. And I like to use this buffer as well to perfect the shape. So first of all, we want to perfect the shape, buff around the cuticle area, like really, really nice, like this. So all the product is beautifully blended. You can also perfect the free edge. Now, you can see what's happening, like the nail is a bit up, so when you're buffing you can catch it. I always prefer buffing in this direction, because then there is no way I can catch it and I can go much faster. Obviously for the video I want you to see it as much as possible, so we are lifting it up a little bit, but that's this nail filed. I take the other hand. This gel is cooked as well, so I'm just removing the inhibition layer. And because we have put such a bulk of the product on the top and we had really thin base, we can easily file it without of risking to file away our butterflies. Okay, so I'm just reshaping, blending around the cuticle area. You don't want any jumps in there. And I love it that this, like, you guys seen it how quick it was for me to put this gel on, and it doesn't require lots of filing because it self-levels so much. Okay, then file the other nail, nice and thin, nice and thin. Blend around the cuticle area. Check the shaping. And then swap for the buffer. Remember, buffer can remove quite a lot of product as well. So when you're buffing, you still need to be careful that you do not over buff it. Okay. And I gave up this one. Look again how I'm holding when I'm buffing. So when I'm holding the nail folds, I'm trying to protect it as much as possible so we do not cut it, because that would be a very big disaster, guys. I'm also pushing back the cuticles a little bit. We still need to trim them, so just buff it nice and blend those cuticle area. Really blend it nice. Check the shaping, because if you need to, you can still perfect it before we apply the top coat, and then do it same on this one. Okay, buff it nice. And then we are going to trim the cuticles. So I'm just taking the cuticle nipper. This one is actually not bad, and the other ones are quite bad. But they still, we have had much worse. And in a case when I've got no cuticle on the nail plate, it is okay to apply the gel, but I rather trimming it as a last thing, just so I do not catch it with the file. And also sometimes, like if the cuticles aren't bad, when we bath, we obviously, the e-file, like if we're doing a cuticle work with the e-file, the e-file is just exfoliating those cuticles. So does the normal file would exfoliate the cuticles. And it might happen that you even don't have to trim them at the end of the filing. So I'm always leaving this, maybe not always, I say it wrong. So quite often I leave this part after I have finished all the bathing. Okay, and then I can just dehydrate all the nails, like dehydrate it, nice, clean it, and then we can move on into the next step. So switch this dust. Okay, I show you guys what I have used actually. This was a few questions you have asked me. So first of all, like, how do you clean the sponges? You don't clean them, so they used only for the certain color, and that's it. So this one was used blue, pink, and I would use maybe 2-3 times, and then I just bin it. And this one I have used for some light green, and then the turquoise, which we have done it for a Catherine, and probably after that it will just go to bin. So I keep it on the back of the form. Now I have got the color which I have created here, and I'm going to show you how I achieve those colors. Okay, so let me move that maybe like this. And I've got the colors there. So you are gonna need those color gels, and we are going to mix it a turquoise color. You know, guys, they are coming in 5 colors. So we've got white, blue, red, and yellow. So I'm applying a tiny wee bit of the white, then clean it, the drop of the blue, okay, clean it, and then a drop of the yellow, actually this yellow is going to go bye-bye afterwards. That's it been. And now we are going to mix it into the turquoise. So basically by adding blue and yellow, we are creating like a kind of tealy color, but this teal color is too dark. Now I can see it is also a little bit too yellow to the original one which we have created, so I need to add a drop more of the blue into it. Oh gosh, sorry, that's it. Okay, so adding a drop more of the blue, just watch it so it doesn't drop on you. And then I'm going to add some white into that. Okay, and we have managed to get the very similar color to the first one I have used. Just needs a bit darker and greener. I'm almost there. Usually it's best to kind of mix the color the way you need it, straight, and then just do it all nails together. Show me the nail. Okay, that should be enough, and then just a drop of the white. Okay, perfect. So I've got my color mixture. Guys, I love those gels because with those 5 like gels you can do it any color, completely any color like you dream of, because it's like a printer. The printer always use red, yellow, blue and black ink, and it can print the entire picture. Okay, so I've got my mixture here. I can put it on the side, and what I'm doing is I'm putting this color over it in there, and then using the sponge. First of all, look at this, guys. So can you see all those dirty particles of the sponge, dust and fluff? Make sure you remove that from your sponge, otherwise the texture is you are going to get like those textured look, and we don't want that. Now with the first movement of the sponge, I'm bathing it into the nail, like rubbing it into the nail very lightly. You don't want too strong coverage inside because the blending wouldn't be nice. Okay, so you're really concentrating only on the top part around the cuticle, so you want to blend it really gently. If you're really in a rush, what you could do it is straight away. You could apply it like on a messy French and just gently dab it to blend the bottom part. Change. Okay, so if you're not in a rush, you would just do it the French, messy French. If you get particle, like I got some dust actually in there because the dust is flying everywhere, just scrape it off before you cure it, otherwise it will look textured. Okay, so with the sponges we need to work really nice and clean, and I'm not trying to don't touch the free edge, I'm only blending this top part at the moment. Perfect change. Okay, so blend that out. And just because I need to cure it for 30 seconds and I'm recording live, I'm going to straight away put the top coat over the butterflies because I need to, so high shine no wipe, I need to kind of cure it a little bit longer. And when we put the top coat, those butterflies are like, wow. They're so pretty. Really nice and sparkly. And I'm happy we pick up this color because Catherine never had, did you ever had, never had turquoise nails, and that's her daughter's favorite color at the moment. So, you know, we will put a little huge smile on the little girl. I'm sure she will need, she will want hers done then. The butterflies as well, perfect change. Okay, and then once we have done this blending, if you like, I always like to be fussy, and with whichever I've got left on the sponge, I'm just blending the middle part like this, and then this will be ready. So change. I'm risking doing the same on this one because it's not cured yet, but hey ho, if the product is not cured you might remove the previous layer. Change. And then we are going to top coat it. So apply the top coat over it, and then I'm going to show you the final results of those pretty set. Perfect change. And then the top coat over this one. And once they cure, I'm not going to shorten the curing time. The top coat cures in 60 seconds. I'm going to show you the final results. I hope you have guys learned it. Look also how I'm applying the top coat. I'm perfecting the shape like wanting on the side. I'm perfecting the shape even with the top coat application, and then I can just bin this one. I'm not going to use it for any more clients, but I'm always storing the sponges away from, first of all, from the light, and then secondly from the dust. And then obviously this one is going to go to the bin. Normally I wouldn't mix those extra colors, I would use what I've gotten here, and I'm trying to always mix it as little as possible so I don't waste the product. But even if so, guys, I'm using it on the salon all the time, and it is really you need just such a small amount like that, it is gonna to last you like ages. Let me show you those beautiful set. I'm not going to touch the top coat yet because I always like to leave it couple seconds before I start cleaning it, so the top coat got a chance to cool down, and then I can touch it, remove any dust which is stuck in the corners, and get rid of the dehydration, because obviously all the nail folds and everything looks much uglier when we do the dehydration. And that's Catherine nice nails finish, and I'm more glad because they are her natural nails. So we've got natural nails underneath, and they look nice and pretty. Then we can apply some cuticle oil. But look at this bling, 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 bling. Isn't it like a fun? You know, I'm terrible when I get a new set. I would sit and like catch the light. Oh my goodness, they are so pretty. All those different colors. Anyway, I'm sending you lots of glittery hugs, and bye for now.